Going to install this today in my 2017 Macan. It's a Aliexpress Sport Chrono Clock. My car is agate grey interior inside, so this is the colour. But they accidentally sent me the wrong colour, so I had to email them and then order another one of these plates in the right colour because it was actually my mistake. And here is the piggyback harness that it comes with. So this just piggybacks the connection from the PCM, and then you plug this end here into the back of the clock. But the quality of the clock seems to be pretty good. Like, it looks very similar to the original, and yeah, I'm quite impressed with the quality. But let's see how it goes when I install it. Okay, here's the before. So I don't have Sport Chrono 2017, got the PCM 4.0. So I think you have to actually specify to the supplier that this, or the place you order it from, that this is for the PCM 4.0, not the 3.1. And then obviously here is the Sport Chrono, so that will sit there. The color match is pretty good. So essentially, to install, we have to remove this vent, we remove the radio and this trim piece. It shouldn't take too long. And then we just feed the cable through, and that should be it. So pretty excited to get this one done. Okay, first things first, I've got a cloth over here to cover the center console. And you want to open this flap because you can't remove this with this being in the way, from what I understand. I've already started to pry out this trim from the bottom using this tool. Just basically putting it in and prying. So it's out a little bit, but it's not the whole way out. Having a bit of trouble with these vents removing these. I've seen a few videos online where they use a pick tool and they go right into the back and they pull from there, but my tool isn't long enough. So what I'm going to do is, I've seen another guide where they just pop off this black trim, and then that allows you to pry from like here and here. So I'm just going to give that a go and see how we go. This off. This black trim. Okay, that looks good. That's better. One from here. Okay, so that took a little bit more force than I would have hoped, but that's pretty much off there. There's like a rubber trim around here, or like a rubber piece that I think has to stay with the panel. So now that that's come loose, so I basically pried from here and also from this little hole here. I'm hoping that we can remove this now. Okay, so I've just pulled this out, and you can see there's a clip. There's clips here, here, and they go onto the back of the trim piece here. We've also got a cable here that we're going to have to pull out, and also another cable here. So I'll just do that now and then remove this trim, and we'll do the same for this little piece here. Okay, I got this cover popped off. So basically you just get your little pick tool and you want to kind of get into the plastic, and you can pop off the top trim piece, the black and the silver part. Okay, so I've got this bit off now. So yeah, now we're going to remove this top part. Now, I've seen videos online where they just pull it from the back here. That's the easiest way to lift it up. So you're going to kind of like use your fingers and force it up, and then lift it out, because you can see from this version that there's just clips around the outside. So yeah, I'll give that a shot, and let's see how we go. Okay, so that's coming up. So basically I just pried up this corner. I've just lifted it up, and it's unclipping. So I'm just going to work my way around the sides and lift that out. Okay, so there are little claws here that you want to just put your little pick tool in and pull to the right. Go to the left because it like locks in into the trim piece here and here. Okay, so we've removed this top part now. You've got your air vent holes on the left and right, speaker in the middle, and then this is where the clock will go, or the Sport Chrono. I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean around the edges before I put it back in, but we are also going to just remove the head unit now. So we just remove this screw, this screw, this screw, this screw, and it should just slide out. And I believe these are a T, what are they? Yep, so they're a T20, so I'm gonna remove those now. Okay, so we've removed the screws around the outside. So this unit should just slide out. Make sure your flap's open. And yeah, it should just come out fairly easily. Okay, you've actually also got to remove the flap from here as well. So that's how you remove that. Oh, actually, are there more screws down there? Okay, so now when you slide it out, the unit kind of comes up and over the gear stick. And then this is the radio unit removed. So essentially what we're going to do now is we're going to pop out this. Okay, so after a bit of stuffing around, I've managed to get the cable down this hole, and I've just been like playing with this for quite a while just to get it to the cable to fall to a point where it basically just falls up the top from here. And so now I've got the cable fed for the clock, and then this will plug into the new piggyback harness. So that took about 15-20 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, that was a real pain to do. So just if you are doing this job, just be mindful that this will take quite a bit of time. You need some good light and a bit of luck to actually get that to fall through. I actually also unplugged the head unit as well because it was just getting in the way, so I'll have to plug that back in. Okay, so now I've got the piggyback cable plugged in here, and I've also connected the clock to here, and then this end will just go to the back of the head unit. I'm just going to plug in the clock in a second just to see if it actually fits correctly, and also to check whether it's getting power. I'm not sure if it's going to work until I plug this in, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so I've got the clock here. I've given it a bit of a wipe down. Essentially, you want to have these tabs under the back section there. And slide it forward a little bit, line it up, and then it should just press down like so, which I'll do in a second. Okay, so I've pressed that in now. Fitment is really good actually. It fits just the same as the original piece. It did take a bit of persuasion to clip in, but I think now that it's clipped in, it feels fairly secure. And it doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. So now I'm just going to I'm going to plug in the head unit, and yeah, I'll probably just turn the ignition on and see if the clock adjusts, and then we'll put everything back together and talk through some of the features, and yeah, go from there. Okay, so I've got it back installed. I just basically put the car into accessory mode and put the car into drive so I could slide this in nicely and yeah, just tweak all the cables as I was putting it back in. But you can see here the clock is working. It's set to the correct time, so it's synced from the head unit, 1:56 p.m. The Sport Chrono is running. I don't know how to set that up yet, but I'll have a bit of a look through the settings and see if I can have a play around with that. But overall, everything seems to be working. I'm just going to put back all the screws here, the cover here, the vents, and also the trim piece on the right, sorry, on the left, and then we'll yeah, see if it works. It's also actually backlit, so if I turn the lights on, you can see that it does light up, so I think it'll look quite good at nighttime. There's a bit of a zoomed in shot for you so you can see the detail. And then if we turn the light on, you can see that it lights up. here's the final product installed. I've cleaned up everything. I've reinstalled everything. Everything seems to be working as it should. I even gave this a bit of a polish before I put it back. Yeah, I mean the quality of the actual Sport Chrono is very good. The fitment of the cover is great. The only thing I'm not too sure about is the clock resets basically to 12 o'clock when the ignition's off, and then when you put the ignition on, it then resets. I'm not sure if that's intended behavior, but I'll do a little bit more research on that and let you know in the comments below if that's how it should actually work. But yeah, overall, the installation probably took about 45 minutes, just because it was, my first time doing this job. But yeah, definitely well worth it. I'll put a link in the description below where you can actually buy these from Aliexpress. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, because I'll be doing a few more mods to the Macan over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, definitely stay tuned.